Hey y'all, so it's been a minute since I made a video. I have moved, so as you can see I have a new location, and I've been really busy setting everything up and trying to get in the groove of life in a new area, life in a new home. I've been getting a few questions about some things, so I thought why not dive in and just pop up and make a quick video for you about this, and to let you know a few changes that are gonna be coming around. I'm still doing coaching. Obviously, I will never stop doing coaching. Coaching is the thing that I love the most about my work. And it's the centerpiece of this YouTube channel, and it's the centerpiece of where I'm coming from in a lot of what I do. I also do a lot of spiritual and witch work, and I'm going to be soon making a new YouTube channel for my witchcraft, so keep your eyes open for that. I'll let you know when it's there, but all of it honestly goes together. Spirituality, self-work, magic, and witchcraft and ritual, it's all tied hand in hand. The similarity is that you always have to just dig down deeper and deeper into knowing who you are. And then once you do know who you are, it's a process of figuring out, well, what do I do with that information? And that's a little bit of what today's video is about. Today's video is about how to discern the difference between your intuition and your thoughts, or your fears or your feelings. And also, to a degree, how to discern the difference between messages you receive from your guides and your own thoughts. So just to dive right in, I want to say that all of everything takes practice. We live in this culture now where things are pretty instantaneous and pretty like immediate and pretty like sample sized and like pared down. I posted a meme to one of my accounts not too long ago, and it was like this old wizard sitting there with all these huge books around him, and it was like trying to discern, like the caption was like trying to discern how to boil down thousands of years of study into like memes. And like that is so legit, like that is so true. And that is a difficult thing, but I mean it's also kind of a fun thing for what where the work is going in this arena nowadays. So but honestly, the whole crux of all of your goals, whatever they are, I don't even need to know what your goals are. The crux of all of your goals is always going to be self-work. And it's always going to be like repetition. And it's always going to be willingness to, whatever it is, fill in the blank. Willingness to learn a new behavior, willingness to fail, willingness to speak for your own behalf, willingness to speak for your own truth, willingness to hear your inner voice and follow her wherever she wants to take you. So when it comes to intuition and discerning, and I'm using the word discerning on purpose, and I'm using it a lot because discernment is the key as well. Discernment means I have practiced a lot with experiencing different iterations of the sensations. I am practicing and becoming aware of what's going on, and I'm figuring out what is what. So intuition, identifying intuition, comes very solidly from a place of discerning what comes from your inner compass, your inner antenna, and what comes from a place of fear or anxiety. Anxiety or fear is usually, but not always, triggered by a thought, or it's made worsened by a thought or a fear. With intuition, it's an inner knowing. The only way we can know the difference between a fear and a knowing is through practicing, okay? And through asking ourselves a series of like interview questions about whatever it is that we're feeling the thing about. Questions like, if I was to remove one component of the situation, would I still have that inner impulse, that inner trigger, that inner thing going off? Because if it's a fear or a worry or an anxiety and you remove part of the situation and it gets better, then you know it's not an intuition, you know it's a fear. I have a box of crystals in front of me because I just sat down to do this and I didn't set up my space. So, this one's pretty, isn't it? Moonstone. If you are about to go do a thing and you're like, oh my gosh, I have this bad feeling. I don't know if it's intuition. I don't know if it's fear. Say to yourself, like, if I didn't have to do this part of this thing, would I still feel this feeling? If I didn't have to do, try to trace it back to what's the thing you're worried about, and does that improve it? And if you just have a bad vibe overall, then that might be your intuition. Now, people often ask me, well, how do I get better at, the light behind me is kind of bad. How do I get better at practicing engaging intentionally with my intuition? And the answer for that is you start engaging intentionally with your intuition. So, like, what the hell does that mean? Okay. So that means instead of using your mind to make decisions for you, ask your heart center or wherever in your body your intuition lives. So figure out where in your body your intuition is, and then talk to that place in your body, wherever it might be. Mine's in my heart center. And ask it questions. And then here's the tricky part, okay? Begin to be willing to do what it says. I often have people call me on the phone because they want a reading or they want to know what's going on with XYZ thing in their life because they can't clearly know what to do. Like, I have a job offer across the country. Should I take it? My grandmother wants me to, meet my biological dad. I never have, all this stuff that'll come out of nowhere. I don't know what to do. Stuff of that nature. Those people, if they were practiced regularly in listening to their intuitive center, would know exactly what they wanted to do because it would just be second nature to them. When you're only tapping into something for the big moments, it's really hard to get clarity around it. So every single day, find where your intuition lives and then have it make some choices for you, all the time. Should I go out with my friend who's inviting me out tonight? Don't use your mind. Try to discern the difference between your anxiety or your feelings and your intuition, and that just takes practice. And ask your intuition to answer it for you, and then do the thing. See, a lot of us in life are waiting for changes to just happen. A lot of times there's this mistake where it's if something's meant to be or fated or whatever, that it's just going to happen, it's just going to work out. I'm here to tell you that unfortunately that's not the case. Unfortunately, things don't just work out without our effort. We have to show up and put forth the movement. An object at rest stays at rest. An object in motion stays in motion. If we want something to change, we have to push it in that direction through our participation in the situation. If we don't, it won't. Just because something calls to us and we feel that we're meant for it doesn't mean we get to have it unless we participate on our own behalf, take steps towards whatever that thing might be. So you need to ask yourself, what am I feeling called towards? Am I following the impulses of my heart and my soul? Am I following my intuition? Do I even know how to do that? Do I know how to hear it? Do I know what my heart wants? And do I know how to take those steps to stand for myself on my own behalf and to participate in my own life, my own goals, my own dreams? It's not easy. I'm not ever going to tell you that anything that I say to do is easy. But to me, living a life that's unfulfilled, that's not what we want, that is detrimental to our overall well-being, that is not in alignment with who we truly are inside, that's a lot harder to have a lifetime of that than it is to teach ourselves new behaviors so that we can live a life on our own behalf with our own self in alignment with our truth of who we are. It's scary in small moments, but I'd rather small moments that are scary that I can triumph over than a whole lifetime where I'm not willing to stand up for myself and for the things that I think are important to me. So this is where I want you to start to listen to your intuition. Ask it what you want. Ask it where you're supposed to be. Ask it what you're supposed to be doing. Ask it what you're supposed to be wearing. Ask it what you're supposed to be eating. Ask it dumb questions so that you can start to follow it in really simple, easy ways so that when it comes time to following it in the really big life moments, you can do that. That's what it's for. It's here to guide you. Your intuition is your antenna for your guides, for your angels, for the universe on the whole, to communicate with you. You have that access. Everybody does. It's just a matter of being willing to tap in and listen to it. So I hope that this was helpful, and I'm looking forward to coming back and making videos for you guys. So thank you for watching. Share if you're so inclined, or like my little video. It makes my heart smile. And I'll talk to you soon.